Good, tough win. It's a solid team. They have some physicality. They have some guys that can run, mix and match on the mound. Tough. We had to grind. Miles, it's fun to watch somebody with that capability show it off a little bit. You don't see balls hit the other way like that in this sport, and he can do it. I didn't think he got the first one, but the strength and the backspin he creates, that ball just carried. And then the second one, he actually hit off the end of the bat, he said, and that went the other way over the scoreboard. So you just don't see that. And I think sometimes we overlook, like the play he made late in the game at first base. There aren't many people that make that play. That was a really key play, and every out mattered. I thought our defense overall was pretty sound. It was nice to see Manka come in. I think he struck out 6 of the 8 guys, and it was a nice rebound for him. He didn't quite have it, and we weren't in a position to let him try to figure it out in Dallas, but he figured it out today, and that was important. And how we used the pitchers. I talk a lot about the leverage. It felt like everything we were doing tonight was leverage, and it really was until the last out. So fortunate to get out of here with a win. Proud of some of the at-bats. Sheffield had some good at-bats all night. I think he hit the first 2 balls 109 each, and I don't think he had a hit till maybe the third at-bat, or maybe the one got through. I just remember looking at the scoreboard, and he's striking the ball pretty good, so it was good to see him kind of, you felt like maybe finish that game off with his last base hit.
Did you like seeing Paulino kind of take advantage of his start and get a couple hits like that?
I did. He's got really good awareness of what he's doing at the plate. And I think he's maybe a little more jumpy. Like, you see these guys get into the actual games, and you see different things, and even in the scrimmages and all the inter squads that we have, he was a little more right center, center field, left center, and in the games, and it's fine. He's been productive. He's pulled the ball a little more, but good. And he's chomping at the bit, and he likes to hit, and he likes to play. So that was a good day. He had a key knock early in the game.
John Abraham, he's had a couple of good rebounders for you.
Well,
What do you think tonight?
he's just got a good sense of how to sink that ball, and then plays the breaking ball off the sinking fastball. And then with the lefties, those are probably the 2 biggest outs he had. I think both of the lefties he got on the changeup. So the difference in the velocity this year, he worked very hard. We tried to slow that changeup down, and you can't do that by slowing your arm down. So just modifications of the grip and mica and the stuff we have now available for the players to see. When that changeup's 84, 86, it's different than when it was 88, 89. And he's getting far more swing and miss with that. So he did have a good outing, and we had to be conscious of the weekend, and it's a shorter, when you play on Wednesday, shorter timeline to get to the weekend. So we're going to have to recycle some of these guys, and we wanted to be mindful of the pitch count more so on Wednesday than if it was Tuesday.
Stokes is somebody you built up in the preseason. I think you felt really good about. Why is he struggling? What does he need to do to try to reset?
It just seems like that front side sometimes leaks on him, and he loses his lanes and comes off of it. And it's a work in progress. When it clicks, boy, it's going to be as special as we've ever seen. And he's working at it. He's trying the slider. Usually he can get to that to grab some strikes, and he wasn't able to harness that thing and find it and land it to sometimes get him back to the fastball. So unfortunate. We're going to need him, and he'll figure it out. But I think sometimes he starts spinning a little bit and maybe comes off it just a hair and loses the lane.
I don't know if we're planning on using Peyton tonight, or if that's kind of the game dictated. I mean, what's to say about him? He's kind of been thrown off the rhythm by Trey's situation, for him to come out and be kind of the stabilizer when it felt like things were going off the rails.
There's so much upside with him, and some pitchers, they don't pitch off the fastball as much as you did at one point in the game. And the strike zone's different, and there's a lot of reasons for that, but he's one that can legitimately pitch off of that fastball. And he was available. But it didn't. Sometimes when you feel how people respond, you try to find a different way to use them, maybe to get them in a different mindset entering the game. So that's why we could have started him today, but it didn't go well when he started last time. Vaughn did well. We thought he almost earned this opportunity in his inning. And maybe bringing Manka into something like that helped him and just gave him a different feel and a different sense that he hadn't had in a while. But it was good. And it actually got better. I would say fastballs 15 to 20 might have been better than fastballs 1 to 10. It started up to 93, and it's got some real carry and ride. You just watch the hitter's reaction to it. So good for him. It's not easy to punch out 6 or 8, and he did it.
Can you talk talk through the changes in the lineup, moving Hunter to the cleanup spot, putting Sheffield in right field so you get Paulino as the DH, just those decisions and how you think it all played out tonight?
I liked what happened. Carnes has had good at-bats, and he did not have a lot to show for it, and he squared some balls up with less to show for it than anybody on the team. Fisher scuffled a little bit lately, maybe take some of the pressure off of him, and I felt like Chef deserved to be out there. Brody's banged up. He's not playing, so Chef, like we've talked about, we're trying to find the right home in the outfield. He moves around in the infield, and those are just things we talk about as a staff, and ultimately I have to come to a decision on what I think is best to get us out of the gate in the game, and that's what we did. And Paulino, you've seen the makings of it, and the other side is when guys earn more time, I feel like it's important that they receive that, and that's something I've always tried to do as a coach.
I mean, your 8-9 hitters are struggling, but you played this sport for 4 years at a really high level here. It's 7 games. How much do you want to have the balance of it's just 7 games, but also at some point you got to produce with so many guys we have that can play?
It's a very tough balance. Just the quality of the at-bat. You can have a tough 7-game stretch and have pretty good quality of at-bat. And those guys will be the first to tell you the quality of the at-bat is not up to speed right now. But they're good players. Those guys work so hard at this. So you try to find the balance between enough opportunity and then somebody else deserves a chance too. So we'll get there. Those are tricky ones, and clearly their at-bats weren't consistent or good enough tonight. But that could easily flip.
We saw Jace in the dugout. Is there something that's going to keep him out for a little while?
He's out for a while. Like, he's banged up, and they had to do more assessments. And I think Brody will be back. He's going through the concussion protocol stuff, but they're having to look pretty closely at the imaging on Jace and how to proceed with his leg.
Do you finally get Trey in a regular spot this weekend as far as your Saturday?
Yes, yeah. And the talk is the pitch count. Like, we knew trying to feel it out a little bit in Dallas because we'd never seen him pitch for us. So we tried to get him in there, and now you're trying to assess the time that he was off with one short outing. Where does that leave him to start on the weekend? So we'll figure it out. And Mike is far more comfortable with where he's now than he was even after we had played a game in Dallas. So we're trending in the right direction. His weight is climbing back up. Keelan Ferguson, our nutritionist, helped him eat and what to eat, and how sometimes when you lose your appetite and you've scuffled, you have to force yourself to eat. We'd all like that problem, but he was having to work through that. That's the only way you're going to get that weight back, and he did it.
How do you explain Miles? You've been around this game your whole life. Tonight, he says he didn't even get it. Oppo over the scoreboard. And there's a lot of big guys that play college baseball. There aren't, I don't know, 0.01% of people on earth that can do what he does.
Yeah, you're right. And the timing and the position he's in to hit and maximizing impact, being physical and strong is only a part of the battle. It's a big part, but the timing and the pitch selection and recognition and the depth of contact, and sometimes when you catch it out in front based on the location of the pitch, he's starting to put all of that into play. And you could put that into play and not have the physical gifts that he has and not see that. So it is a very unique combination of skill and the use of the field and the adjustability. I think this time last year, the adjustability to the off-speed pitches was and is tricky on any freshman, but you don't see that combination of skill often in the sport. And he's continuing to learn, and he's going to be pitch tough, but as hard as he works, to see him flourish, it's a joy. And then the defense at first base, I'm always appreciative of that, because I think good first baseman, good catching, and good umpiring, it just blends into the game and looks easy. Some of the stuff he does over there is not easy, so he's a complete player.
You mentioned the quick turnaround this week, and it's also a unique weekend. I mean, you're sharing the facility.
You got that right.
With the Bananas, I mean, what is that? I mean, one, for the game's standpoint, how does that change the way you guys approach it? And two, just the Bananas in town, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, the timing of the game, we're going to find ourselves playing games at all times of the day, and we've done that already. So we'll adjust to that, and I don't think that's a big deal. I think what the Bananas organization has done for the game and to appeal to, no pun intended, but to appeal to a wide variety of people that may not be as into baseball as the fans that are at our games every night. Like, it's the young kids enjoy the music and the dancing, and there's antics with it, and it's fun, and it's got a good pace and a rhythm to it. So I think they've just opened up the world to what baseball can be. And clearly it's, we're not going to be able to play and do the things that they do in their games, but it's fun and people love it. And the music and the things that go with it when they're filling football stadiums, and this is going to be cool to see Doak turned into a baseball facility. It's going to be really neat. And there's people not just here, there's all over the country to get a chance to come watch this. And I believe it's the first time they've added the other teams that are playing in our stadium. So that'll be neat too. And one of my former pitchers is in it, and Lacey's played here at Florida State. He's in it. So it's good for the sport, and it'll be good for this. There's people that'll be at our games that were coming for that. So it's a win for everybody.
Are you going?
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how we'll see how things play out,
Yeah.
and we have to monitor the weather. So there's a chance we have to manipulate some
Would you
things here.
push it up your Friday start time or your Saturday start time?
Yeah, I mean, if we have to, we do. And I haven't, after what we just went, I haven't
Right.
even touched the weather yet. I'm just one thing at a time right now. But I hope I get to go over there. They've changed the viewership of baseball. It's a positive.
Any other questions?
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Coach. Other than Miles Bailey and Manka, who do you think really had a big impact on the game today? Who would you say, other than those two, really impressed you today?
Sheffield had a good day. I thought those at-bats, you sometimes in this game have good at-bats with zero to show. If he was up there 5 times, he had 4 really good at-bats, and I think he ended up with 2 hits. But I think the first one that he had and the last one he had seemed to complete our game, get us going and finish it off.